You probably know by now that you shouldn't play it safe with women. It's gonna get you rejected, you're gonna end up in the friend zone.
You waited too long to make your move, and now you're in the friend zone.
I know this from experience because I was also in this situation where I was playing it safe. I knew that I shouldn't play it safe, but I was doing it anyway. So I want this video to open your eyes and actually give you a proper game plan to stop playing it safe with women, because you need to stop shooting yourself in the foot, my brother.
This has to stop.
And the first thing that I want you to understand here is that there is an underlying force that is making you playing it safe with women. And that is why consciously you don't want to do it, but subconsciously you're still doing it. So let me ask you this question. Why do you play it safe with women? What happens when you're on a date with a woman and you start playing it safe?
Let me think.
And the answer that will come out of this question is usually, I am scared of getting rejected. That's why I am playing it safe. That's why I'm not taking any risks. Because I don't want to get rejected. Now, isn't it funny that because you play it safe, you get rejected anyway? Like joke is on us when we do that. It's like we don't want to get rejected, but what we end up attracting is a rejection. And we're like, why the fuck is this happening? And then you want to avoid more and more the rejection, but it keeps on happening more and more. And there's an explanation to that. It's called the law of attraction. Now, this law says that you attract what you are, right? I have a slightly different take to this. The law of attraction to me is you attract what you subconsciously embody. Now, what does it mean? Well, let's imagine you have a date right now with your ideal woman, right? You're sipping a glass of wine in a beautiful bar, you're enjoying the time together, you're having a great conversation, you're talking about your hobbies, you're finding some commonalities and everything. It's great, But underneath this beautiful connection that is starting to form itself, there is a fear of, what if she doesn't like me? What if she's going to friend zone me today? What if she's going to reject me? And it's in the back of your mind playing on the fucking loop, and you cannot get yourself out of this. So your focus is on that. It's not really on the connection with this woman, on her beauty, on her radiance, on how beautifully she's expressing herself. No, the focus is, I don't want to get rejected. Now, isn't it interesting that because your focus is on, I don't want to get rejected, you end up attracting that? Why? Where your focus is where the energy flows. You're focusing on rejection. I know you don't want to get rejected, but you're focusing on rejection. You're not focusing on her beauty. You're not focusing on the radiance that she's emanating. You're not focusing on her smell. You're focusing on not wanting to get rejected. And that's what you attract, because the universe doesn't care whether you want it or not. The universe sees he's focusing on rejection. Let me give it to him. He's asking for it, so let me give it to him. That is why you have to pay a lot of attention to where your focus is, my brother. If your whole focus is on not getting rejected, you're going to keep on attracting that. Now, does it mean that if you move your focus somewhere else, there will be no more rejections? No. Rejection is inevitable. You have to make peace with that, right? You have to become comfortable with the rejection itself, because it will happen. Even at your best, you will get rejected. I remember when I was in Colombia 3 years ago, I was really like at my best. My game was at my best. I was attracting a lot of women, and I'm a white guy with green eyes in Colombia, so I'm a little bit exotic there. So even that, was helping. And I got friends on one time. I got fucking friends on one time. And it was amazing, because I didn't expect it at all. I was surfing this amazing wave of success with women, and then suddenly, paf, it came to me. So even when you the best, right? Even when you like super attractive, confident, masculine, all of that, you will get rejected. So why do you focus on not getting rejected? It's inevitable, my brother. Just remove it out of the picture. It's happening. Are you going to make peace with this? Or are you going to continue to avoid it and fight with something that you cannot fight? You will lose this war, my brother. You're losing the war anyway. So the input you have control, the output you don't have control, right? Getting rejected or not, you have no control over that, even if you are at your best. So move your focus to the actual input. Now, if you look at the input that you need to do on a date, it's very simple. Playing it safe is not working because you're coming from the fear of rejection. So it's just not going to work. So you have to remove playing it safe out of the picture. And instead of doing that, I want you to focus on taking more risks. Does it mean that you have to focus just on that? No. There are many more things that you can focus on when you have a date with a woman. You can focus on building a connection with her. You can focus on her beauty. You can focus on your sexual energy. You can focus on so many things. But specifically in this video, I want you to try, after watching it, to focus on taking more risks. So let me ask you 3 questions. Where do you hold yourself back when you have a date with a woman? When do you feel stifled? Where do you stop yourself from being your authentic self? Which is connected to the first question in a way. These are the questions that I want you to write down right now. And actually, you can even write it in the comment section so that people know about it. And really make a list of all the ways you're holding yourself back when you feel stifled and all of that. And you will be in for a shock. Let me tell you, I've done this myself. It is very confronting to actually see how much you're holding yourself back when you have a date with a woman. It's going to hurt because you're going to see that you're lying to yourself like a motherfucker so badly, right? Then when you have made this list, great, but it's not finished because now you want to make a plan on how to take more risks. How is it going to look like? Do you need to meet more women? Because everything that you do right now is staying home, playing video games, and swiping on Tinder. I mean, nothing wrong with Tinder, but maybe you could do something a bit more scary, like going to a yoga class, going to an event, going in the streets, and actually meeting a woman.
Get out of your comfort zone.
Can you express yourself unapologetically, right? Can you express some boundaries a little bit more? Can you express your sexual intent a little bit more? Can you be more touchy with a woman? There are so many different manifestations of you taking more risks. And I'm not going to tell you exactly what you need to do because you are the only one that knows that. I don't have the answers for you. I'm just here to show you where the light is, and you can decide to follow the light or you stay in the darkness and stay playing it safe, right? But the light is there. You have to take more risks. Now you have to be willing to get rejected because it's going to happen. It's not that you're going to take more risks now and that's it. You don't get rejected anymore. It will happen. You will get rejected. Are you going to be okay with that though? Are you going to make peace with rejection? And are you going to take risks anyway? Because you have to allow yourself to be truly authentic to you. This is the most important. This is what self-love means. And when you start loving yourself unapologetically, regardless of the outcome that comes to you, that's when you start developing this vibe that is confident, masculine, and attractive. And funny enough, because you focus on yourself, because you focus on raising your self-worth and all of that, that's when you start attracting the woman that you find really attractive.
Well, that makes sense.
If you want to receive a whole course on how to attract one date opportunity every week with your 10 out of 10 using the masculine alignment process, and there's actually a part of taking more risks in this process, and I teach you the whole process of that, you can click on the link down below in the description. The course is really for free, like you get all of it, all the knowledge. You just have to give me your email. And you can unsubscribe from my newsletter anytime. All good, my brother. See you.